Boom. So here we go again. Back at the beginning of this shit, I told y'all, I keep it 100% real. I don't have time for games. Too old for that. Just turned 55 on the 18th of this month, to be exact. Now, here you got these two clowns. They making videos, and they talking about I take my wife to church and I'm proud of my son. Because he's a minister in London about to be ordained. Now, these cats have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, this child went to college. He took the time out. Now, he's risen up in the ranks of his church, which is a black church, no doubt. And he's taking a leadership role. He's showing responsibility in his community. See, they have a problem with that because that's not what they're doing. Tahuti is running game. SERVILLE is running game. He's singing in the choir for money, for monetary gain. That is not real. He is not teaching nobody about no real Jesus, because first of all, he don't know about no real Jesus. And Tahuti don't know about no real Jesus because his ass can't read. And SERVILLE is following Tahuti, if you can imagine that. So if SERVILLE is following Tahuti, and I already showed you that Tahuti don't know what the hell he talking about, that's the blind leading the blind. Now, because they bumping into me, you know they blind. Because y'all know that if they had any sense at all, they would stay the hell away from Brother Larry. Because I expose them every time. Yet they continue to talk. Yet they continue to run their mouth. Yet they continue to go on and on and on. Remember, I told y'all before, a fish don't get caught until he opens his mouth. Now y'all see them two catfish swimming around on that video, swimming back and forth, saying Brother Larry this, Brother Larry that, Professor Larry this, Professor Larry that, he ain't this and he ain't that. They are awfully consumed with me. Now mind you, they say I don't support no t-shirts, I don't support no DVDs, I also don't sell t-shirts and I don't sell DVDs, right? I don't go to lectures, I also don't give lectures. I don't charge people to come hear me talk, right? So why would I pay to go hear one of them fools talk when they're going to say some shit that I know is nonsense anyway? Why would I wear a t-shirt with some shit on it that I don't agree with? Why would I watch a DVD of them talking? Are you for real? Listen, Sonetta tell you I never bought a DVD from him. What he didn't tell you is that he gives me DVDs. And I don't even watch them. You understand? So now, if he gives me the DVDs for free, and I don't watch them, why would I buy one not to watch? That just don't make sense. Now, you want to talk about economics? How about my economics? That's not good for my economics. Okay? What the fuck y'all think? I'm rich? Okay? Now, here's the deal, right? I don't have time for nonsense. I don't have time for nonsense. These dudes are grown men. Their best plan is to try to use our sisters. That is what they are up to, family. They are trying to pimp our sisters just in a different way. All that black woman is God shit is just some pimp bullshit. Okay? Now, he wants me to respect that, but I can't do that. Because then that would make me fake. That would make me just as fake as him. If I just kept it on the low, see, yo, that's his thing, he doing his thing, let him run his game, let him call them sisters if they dumb enough to go for that shit, fuck them. No, but see, Brother Larry's not like that. If you come in front of me with some nonsense, and you put it in front of me, you bring it to my doorstep, I'm going to deal with it the way that I deal with stuff, and the only way I deal with stuff is to tell the truth. Now, people have a problem with me telling them the truth about myself. They said, oh, you killed a black guy. Yeah, I absolutely did. That is the truth. 100% true. I did that. Now, moving right along. What you think? I just did it because I ain't had nothing else to do that day? You understand? Reality. Somebody does something to you, you do something to them. If they're trying to get you, you try to get them. Now they're mad at me because I'm the one that got him. He could have just as easily went the other way. And when you would have been mad at him, oh, you got Brother Larry. You understand? My thing is this. I don't have time for games. I tell y'all this all the time. I repeat it often. When you look at the world, when you look at the communities that we live in, and you see the violence that occurs between us, okay, then you want to say, well, that's black on black crime. No, that's the crime between these people that's close together. Had it been white people in close proximity, then it would have been white people that was getting blasted. Now, when you see us around white people in close proximity, they get blasted just like the black people get blasted. Don't be under the impression that they don't get blasted by us. You understand? Because that's not true. Now, I understand that a lot of you guys who are pretending to be conscious are pretending to be holier than thou and righteous and never ever even farted in public. You understand? But Brother Larry's not that person. Brother Larry is one of those guys that grew up in the projects. They used to sell drugs on the corner. They used to carry guns. And yes, used to shoot the shit out you if you messed with me. Went to the penitentiary, seen what was there, and came back and is trying to tell young brothers, don't do that shit, don't think that way, don't go that way, you don't want to be there. Now, they have a problem with me doing that, and they have a problem with me saying that because this is reality, and they're not dealing with reality. They off in a fantasy land. They want the black woman to be God. Well, I'm going to tell you the truth, right? If your brain cells are burnt out from prolonged crack addiction or heroin addiction, crack addiction in the case of Seville, heroin addiction in the case of Tahuti, right? And Tahuti smoked crack too. So his brain cells is doubly fried, right? So now if you suffer from this nonsense, right, this burnout, then you come and somebody explains to you a theory and you say, wow, we could make some money with that. Remember now, your morals are crackhead morals. Your morals are dope fiend morals. This is who you are. This became your habit. This became the way that you acquired money to support your addiction. You was a dope fiend. You was a crackhead. You was doing all kind of scurvy shit in the community. You was robbing, stealing, selling people's TVs just to get you a hit. Now, that just don't go away because you stopped smoking. Just look at these guys on this video. Look at what they're trying to do to Brother Larry. Brother Larry just telling you, don't call yourself nigga. Brother Larry telling you, we're not Africans. That's a name Europeans call us. This rocket scientist, he's gonna go on this video and talk about, well, what about Europeans? What the hell do I care about Europeans? I'm talking about us. I let Europeans worry about what Europeans are called. You understand? And I will observe, though, that they're French, they're Italian, they're German, they're whatever. You understand? They don't call themselves Europeans. And when they do, it is within a context. You understand? Now, for some reason, the nutty, well, I ain't going to call him nutty because he ain't smart enough to be a nutty professor. But the highly intelligent Dr. Tahuti and the recently uninterred, because Seville looked like he just came out of coffin, recently uninterred Seville, what they can't seem to fathom in the depths of their intelligence is that People name themselves. The people who don't know their names call them names. Because someone called you a name don't make you that name. Right? Because you don't have any idea who the hell you are, you accept what someone else says. Don't make you that name. Because this is what you accept. But they ain't smart enough to figure this shit out, man. You understand? That's because they still suffering from burnout. Not Bernard. Burnout. Their brain cells is burnt out, fried. Because I'm not saying no complicated stuff. This is real simple. This ain't even 5th grade. This is 3rd grade. 3rd grade. Here you got different nations on the continent of Africa with different names. Whether it's Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, whatever. Different names. Each person in those different countries claims citizenship to that country. That would be their nationality. You understand? African is not a nationality. Because African is not a nationality. It is not the name of a country. There is no citizen of Africa. So no one is African. You understand? That's like saying you are North American. You don't hear people walking around saying they're North American. It just doesn't happen. Now, you hear people say they're South American, but the reason they do that is because they assume your ass is too stupid to know the exact place on that continent where they come from, so they just say South America. This is ignorance. The ignorance that comes from around these Europeans. Now, you're trying to take their ignorance and you're trying to somehow uphold that shit like that's scholarly. No, that's just European ignorance. And when I say European, I mean loosely, because I'm not being specific. You understand? I'm broadly, sweepingly generalizing about people who we generally call white people. Because I don't have to be specific about them. I do not have to be specific when I make sweeping statements or proclamations about the enemy or the former enemy or those who are members of the enemy race or class. When I'm talking about myself or my people, I give them the respect and the honor of knowing their names, of giving voice to their cultures, of uplifting them so they're not forgotten, of letting the ancestors know that we still remember them, that they had their own names, that they lived their own culture, that they really did exist, and they were not Africans, because that really did not exist. And that's just the truth. And the truth is what these guys can't deal with, because their whole shit is based on bullshit. They selling dreams. Here Tahuti talking about he trying to give black people something they can feel good about. And he acting just like Jack Lake preachers in the church. And they say, well, you talk about the church, but you let your wife go to church. That's what my wife want to do. She's wrong. She know how I feel. It ain't a secret. It's all over the internet. Christians see it. They knock on my door. We have debates at the door, and I chase their ass away from here. You understand? You see my video. Go watch my video on L. James 418 called In the Land of the Brain Dead. Zombies. If you want to know how I feel. I don't make it a secret, and I don't tell lies. I'm Brother Larry. I'm not all wise, but I am all real. And that's more than them two clowns can say. They fake asses.